That big silver SUV, we haven't seen him arrive there at the convention.
This is showing all the roadblocks that Donald Trump faced to attend last year's California Republican Convention.
I was looking at the image from Sky Fox having SFO was playing. You could see a number of SFPD vehicles outside. So I kept thinking, oh, I bet Donald Trump's just remaining on the plane until he gets the green light to go. And the entrance, I was curious because Old Bayshore is shut off. How exactly are you going to get Donald Trump inside? It looks like they may have possibly knocked down some sort of fence on 101 and are now coming in this back direction. So between the highway, I don't know if we can zoom out a little bit more, but between the highway and the backside of the hotel as these individuals make their way toward the Hyatt Regency.
And again, keep this in mind, if this is in fact the candidate Donald Trump, you have a number of uniformed officers in the motorcade. You have essentially one candidate surrounded by perhaps 24 other people helping to get the candidate where he needs to go. As you just heard Jesse Gary say a moment ago, a lot of people protesting outside the GOP convention, making this very personal, going against Donald Trump, reading the signs, listening to their chants. You see and hear, Mike, a number of themes that have been repeated throughout the Bay Area. Immigration was one of many to touch on here, but again, we'll pull back and give you this live picture here.
That's what they did. They shut down 101
and they cut across that
little fence and then got out, and now they're all walking in the back door. Donald Trump got the first one to speak at the convention of the presidential candidates. Casing later tonight, so we know he's probably not on the property.
He crossed one wall and he'll build another one.
Now, since many of you were in our convention, you didn't get to see that. I want to tell you a little bit of behind the scenes. Cynthia Bryan, our chief operating officer, came over to see me and said, Senator, I have a message for you from Donald Trump. And I said, what's that? He said, well, Mr. Trump wanted you to know he's on his plane at the airport. And he's going to stay on his plane until the police can figure out how to get him to the hotel. But he wants the California Republican Party delegates to know that if he has to stay here until midnight, he is coming to speak to our convention. Anyway, that was the last convention. We hope to have some interesting, fun speakers on top of the ones we had at this convention as we move forward. It's now time for the Vice Chair report.